Hello, how are you? I'm Jess Lohman, and look at where I am today. I am at Borg Fischering. Borg means castle, and this is a moat castle, as you can see, with all that water. And you can hear the waterfowl. We have geese here. We have one swan. We have many heron. Well, not many, but a handful. And we have Nala. Say hi, Nala. Say hi, Nala. That's my lab, my chocolate lab, my wet chocolate lab today. And I want to talk to you today about activism. I've written about this topic, and it's gotten a lot of response because if you notice on social media, there's a lot of hatred, a lot of blaming and shaming. And to me, this does not help the cause. It actually harms it a lot because when somebody's called a murderer for eating meat, or even, an awful person for eating a Kit Kat if you're a vegan, I've seen a lot of things, or read a lot of things on social media. If people read this or hear this and, hey, people who eat meat are not murderers, not necessarily. They could be murderers, we just don't know that, but generally speaking, they are not murderers. And when people are called this, when this road rage happens, then they don't listen anymore. And in fact, they get even more. They will never eat a vegan meal just out of protest. So it's not helping the cause. It's harming animals more. People do not like animal rights activists. Generally speaking, they hate us. They hate us because there are a lot of extreme activists out there who will harm things. I just saw yesterday a video about vegans going into a store and pouring milk over cheese in a store. Now that's weird to me. For one thing, it was like super white milk, so I don't know if it was coconut milk. It didn't look like oat milk because it was too white. If it's real milk, then wow. Wow. But either way, that's not helping the cause. That's causing damage, and I hope they had to pay for it. I seriously hope they had to pay for that damage that they caused. Because that's not helping the cause. They want to try to inspire others to become vegan. Well, the way you do that is through kindness, through love, through understanding and respect. And you open the conversations with people. Like I get the question, why are you vegan? A lot. I get it a lot, especially if I'm with new people at a restaurant and I have to then, look at the menu or order vegan. I usually have to ask because I do live in Germany. So, it's not, and I live in the country, as you can see. So there are not too many vegan-friendly restaurants. So I always have to ask, and I always get something. It might not be spectacular, but I never get hungry. Let's put it that way. So when I get that question, my answer is always, well, I can't support a cruel industry. And most people do understand that because the animal farming industry, especially the industrial animal farm industry, battery farms and stuff, they're cruel and everybody knows it. This is something that is a fact. People have seen the videos. Everybody knows this. So this is nothing that, should cause a problem. However, some people do, they feel guilty, I feel, once I say that, and I don't want to instill any guilt on them either, but they're like, oh, I couldn't do that. I could never do that. And then they give me excuses why they can't. But I'm not trying to make them feel guilty. It's like, this is my personal choice. And, because I can't support an industry, doesn't mean that you shouldn't. Like if I'm going to inspire you to become vegan, I have to cook for you, or I have to, talk to you and open the conversation. And I do this. And, for me, just if you eat meat and you want to help improve your health, you want to help improve the lives of animals and environment, because there are three main reasons to become vegan: environmental, your own health, and to help animals. So those are really good reasons. So if you want to help those, these areas, you can just start out by eating one vegan meal a day, one vegan meal a week. Just start out that way and see what you can do. There are so many amazing recipes, so many, and so I feel that, like, vegans especially, we have a bad rap because of the hate and the blaming and shaming online that we do. And I shouldn't generalize we. It's not everybody, absolutely not everybody, but there are a lot, many vegans who are just angry. And I get it. Anger. That is why we act. That is the first reaction we have. And we have to tap into our anger. And we should get angry because it sucks what's going on. Obviously. It's disgusting. And so that's our first reaction. And in order to create change, we kind of need to see this injustice, right? We need to feel this feeling, this negative feeling, this anger in our bodies in order to act, right? So, but the second step, that's the first step. The second step is to breathe and figure out, how can I create change the most effective way, right? I mean, there are different ways to try to create change, but pissing people off, I don't feel this is very effective at all. And there are several organizations that piss people off too. And, they will attract the hardcore extremists. They will attract them, and they do. But on the big scale, they're not going to create change. They're not going to create the change that we really need. And that is to inspire people to respect all animals and to love animals. And so, as a vegan, we have to learn how to love humans as much as we love animals. I know this is hard. I know people suck sometimes, right? They just suck because, who had the thought, oh, let's shred male chicks because they're not financially viable in this system? Who thought that? Death to this person, right? That's what we think, absolutely. And people suck, absolutely, but there are good humans on this earth too. So that's what we have to remember, right? There are good humans on this earth, and we need humans on this earth to be able to create change. The earth can do without us. Our planet will survive without us. Mother Nature is is resilient. Humans, not so much. So the planet Earth will do just fine without humans on this earth. However, if we want to survive on this earth, we need to create change. We need to protect the animals and nature, protect plants, bees, everything, protect our glaciers, protect, everything, our forests, our oceans. We need to protect nature, and we are nature. Animals are nature. So we need to protect living species in order to protect our own. So, for our future generations. So we can do that through positive activism, enlighten people, inspire people with kindness and respectful communication, right? So let me ask you this. How do you inspire others to act? If you're a vegan, how do you inspire someone to eat a vegan meal at a restaurant? That's wow, that's a big one. How do you inspire people to do that? Let me know, and let's start this conversation, and let's inspire each other to act through kindness. Okay. Well, have a wonderful day. I certainly will. Look at this. I'm still awe-inspired by this beauty. I love where I live. Okay. Have a wonderful day. And thank you.